Nyaho, nyaho. Good morning. Ohayo. Ohayo gozaimasu. Nyaho, nyaho. Selamat pagi. Currently it is 8:15 a.m., 6th of May 2026. For the past few days, I wasn't able to stream because of like internet connection. だよね. Like I did stream, but then like because of the internet, I just kind of like stop, 止まった。そうそう。それで、I think today the internet looks fine. Hopefully, I don't know. From my side, it kind of look fine. Um, how is the audio? So what do you call it? I uninstalled TikTok Live Studio because like my C drive is so full. I have to move it. And then for some reason I cannot use VTube Studio with TikTok Live Studio and 悔しい。すっごく悔しい。That is so annoying. So like I can't use the Live 2D model if I just like use TikTok Live Studio for some reason, and I don't know how to fix that yet. I'll try to fix it later. But whatever it is, I think I'll stick with this for now. I'm not sure if it's I hope it's not gonna be, what do you call it? I hope it's not gonna be too laggy. そうそう。まあ、とにかく、今日の配信は、today's topic is going to be about early signs for children. Hello, good morning. おはよう、おはよう。Good morning. いやー、にゃほにゃほ。
Meow. Roar.
Roar! Selamat pagi, selamat pagi. Good
Meow.
morning,
Roar.
everybody.
Meow.
Roar!
Roar.
Morning, morning, ohayo. Selamat pagi. Yeah. We're back with studying after for a while. Yeah, if you're wondering, kenapa Sarah pakai this?
Meow.
Okay,
Roar.
I already explained just now, but yeah, so I don't know why. Okay.
Meow. Roar.
Rar, fama, arigato. I don't know why Live 2D is not like available on TikTok Live Studio after I reinstalled it. I had to uninstall TikTok Live Studio because my C drive is too full. So I move it to like a different card. And then because of that, I cannot use was it like Live 2D? I wanted to use Live 2D, but I can't use it. So I'm like, are? Yeah. So I have no choice but to use this for now. I'll try to fix it in the future.
Meow. Roar.
So that we're going to use back Live 2D. Or maybe Live 2D is like Murajo already because I've been using this one too much. I've been using Warudo too much. Halo Sakura Mira, nyaho. Good morning, ohayo, selamat pagi. Ohayo. Yeah, so like I said, pagi ni, this morning we will be learning early signs. Yeah, kita belajar signs hari ni. So, it begins with how do we learn signs? Yeah, so that's the beginning for now. Nyaho. Good morning.
Roar.
What are you using now? This one is called Warudo. It's available on Steam for free. So yeah, you can try check it out, Sakura. Yeah. Warudo. Usually I do use Live 2D, but my Live 2D is not working now. I don't know why. It sucks. I really wanted to use my Live 2D. But now it merajuk with me, I think. But yeah. So basically, for this semester, I took 2 subjects only. because I think I won't be able to focus too much with my study. I have different obligations starting June. So yeah, I had to take less. Before this I have more subjects, but I take lesser now. Okay. So, like I said, right now we're going to begin with how children learn science. I had already choose three articles to read. Are you okay? Sound rough? Oh no no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Tudung ke rambut itu tudung. I'm okay. I'm okay. Gambatte Sara Nyan. I'm doing my best. Gambarimasu. Arigato. Alright, so as usual, when it comes to the study stream, not everyone might enjoy it. It's kind of, it's very, very educational, very, very, like a lot of reading. But if you feel like you want someone to be your background sound, feel free to stay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like a lot of reading. It's not gonna be fun, but if you need like someone to just make noises, yeah, I'm here for you. はい。それでは、So, best practices in STEM education for preschool children, a case study in Malaysia. So, my focus is to find how exactly children in
Meow.
Malaysia
Right.
is studying science as children from the age of 0 to 6 years old, which is dalam range pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. Morning, Ustazah. I'm fine with it. Aww. Kiddo, hatomi arigato. Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, Kiddo. Selamat pagi. Alright, so previous research has demonstrated that since 1967, the Malaysian government has set a target percentage rate of 60:40 for student involvement in the science stream compared to literature. So, it seems apa tu kerajaan Malaysia nak 60 nisbah 40 pelajar berminat dalam bidang sains berbanding bidang literasi. Not literacy. Literature is bidang sastra. Sorry, I cakap bidang literasi. Literacy is like the ability to read. Alright. My morning routine is gonna be crazy. What happened? The ratio policy has been followed throughout the national school system ever since. However, such a ratio appears to be impossible to maintain year after year. Okay, it seems impian kerajaan tak tercapai. Impossible to maintain year after year. I wonder why. Therefore, the empowerment of science education needs to be explored from an earlier. This study was conducted to 1. Explore best practices in early science in relation to implementation of STEM activity in preschool. 2. Explore best practices in early mathematics in relation to implementation of STEM activity in preschool. 3rd, explore technology-assisted teaching tools in relation to the implementation of STEM activity in preschool. And 4th, explore engineering activity in relation to the implementation of STEM activity in preschool. All right. This exploratory method, this qualitative study employed a case study approach with data triangulation based on interviews, observations, and document analysis serving as the exploratory method. Okay, this one is fine. We don't have to read it. Gak bisa baca tulisannya kecil banget. It's okay. You don't have to read it. I'm the one who's gonna read it. Saya yang baca. Alright, so education is a continual process for every individual from infancy to their chronological age. Education is the predominant factor to human capital, the economy, and national development, and it serves as a standard for a country's progress as well as the outcome of world class educational achievements such as those in Finland, Switzerland, and Belgium, according to Razak 2017. Apa ni sis? Sekarang kita tengah belajar, not really belajar lah. I tengah baca um, penulisan berkaitan macam mana kanak-kanak di Malaysia belajar sains. As a result, practically all countries throughout the world are making an effort to provide excellent educational opportunities for the purpose of a future viable generation. According to the National Education Philosophy, education in Malaysia is a continuous effort to develop each individual's potential comprehensively from every point of view in order to produce a society that is knowledgeable, skilled, noble, and responsible for the well-being of themselves and the country. According to Ministry of Education, Ministry of Education 2019. The process of developing the education system in this country is ongoing, and the government has also launched the Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 to 2025 Transformation Program. The goal of this plan is to make significant reforms to the country's whole education system that are required in the 21st century. Which is why sekarang ni, kalau mana-mana orang ambil tahu tentang pendidikan di Malaysia, banyak perubahan berlaku sebab memang diorang nak buat macam mana nak cakap, nak buat perubahan dalam pendidikan sebab setiap tahun macam mana sekarang ni dengan perubahan zaman memerlukan perubahan cara belajar. The goal of this plan is to make significant reforms to the country's whole education system that are required in the 21st century. Indeed, the National Transformation Idea 2050 will fundamentally alter the national education system by the year 2050, according to Ministry of Housing and Local Governance, Malaysia 2017. Jadi, kita tak boleh nak hairan lah kenapa silibus kanak-kanak sekarang lain, kenapa anak-anak sekarang belajar dengan cara yang berbeza di sekolah kan macam-macam isu timbul dekat berita kata anak-anak bukan cleaner kan bila anak-anak disuruh bersihkan toilet, mak bapak bising pula sebab sekarang isunya dekat Malaysia kita nak tingkatkan karakteristik iaitu macam adab dengan skill kehidupan sebab bila pandai tapi tak ada jati diri dia jadi banyak isu kesihatan lah. Dari segi aspek kesihatan mental kita dapat tengok banyak rakyat Malaysia yang dalam tekanan. Tapi memang tak boleh dinafikan ada faktor-faktor lain macam faktor ekonomi, faktor there's a lot of factors that cause this tekanan. Yeah. Basic human decency pun jadi isu. Yes, it is right now. Which is why sekarang pendidikan sangat-sangat berubah dan ramai orang agak confused lah. Kenapa macam ada orang banyak pertikaikan lah. Banyak biasalah orang cakap. Orang kalau cakap memang tak habis lah, senang kata. Orang kata, kenapa Malaysia sibuk nak ikut negara luar punya kurikulum? Padahal negara luar pun bukannya baik sangat. Macam tu lah. But, yeah. Realitinya sekarang ni bukan Malaysia saja yang menghadapi isu dari segi pendidikan. Tapi negara lain pun sebenarnya mengalami masalah yang sama. Memang dapat dilihat lepas COVID, selepas pandemik tu, keadaan macam prestasi pendidikan agak merosot dekat seluruh negara. Also, there's macam mana nak cakap, kita punya teknologi kita punya pembangunan teknologi, like the development of our technologies are getting faster, but our education is not catching up with the technology. Sebab sekarang ni kanak-kanak dan anak-anak kita yang membesar ni, dia tak ada, macam mana, dia membesar dalam era yang berbeza. Waktu kita lahir, I mean like people around like basically the adults right now, right? Adults right now, they basically don't immediately live in an era where like technology macam laptop, internet and like phone and everything like that, like accessible. But now, lahir-lahir je anak-anak memang dah celik, dah ada peranti, like phone, computer, and sebenarnya dengan teknologi ni pun perkembangan otak ataupun perkembangan kanak-kanak tu dia berbeza. Brain rot culture merebak. Yes, brain rot culture ni dia memang, what do you call it? The effect even though daripada bayi, sebab the thing is anak-anak bayi ni bila dah 4 bulan dia dalam kandungan ibu, dia dah boleh dengar. Kita dah ada kita dah ada pendengaran. Memang kita tak ada memori. Kita tak ada memori masa kita dalam perut ibu ataupun masa kita lahir. Tapi apa yang mak kita dengar sepanjang kita membesar tu ada impaknya. Alright, so kita teruskan. To ensure that the national education system produces high-quality graduates for society, an action should be taken at the earliest possible stage, which is preschool education. Okay, as a result, the government has empowered the education system in Malaysia, beginning with preschool education in order to achieve the overall advancement of the national education system. Study stream, dah lama kan tak study stream. Maklumlah, hari tu sejak I exam lah, I memang tak buat study stream sebab focus exam. So now I'm in my new semester, so we'll continue back with study stream. Probably this month only, unfortunately, sebab starting June, I have a different obligations. InsyaAllah, maybe akan datang, I'll try my best to do like study stream whenever I can. Alright, so in the 2014 budget, the government additionally earmarked 530 million to develop 93 preschools, as well as several other preschool programs and service. Okay, this is 2014 punya cerita. Unfortunately, walaupun ini, okay, masuk territory politics sikit. Because we changed our government, so like our government have a different policy now. Kerajaan sekarang ni lebih memfokuskan kepada guru-guru tadika government lah, guru-guru tadika kerajaan. Sebab tu prasekolah sekarang makin banyak dekat sekolah rendah. Ada kes yang kita nampak, bukan kes lah, basically ada fenomena di mana kita nampak di sekolah menengah sekarang dah ada prasekolah. Orang macam, kenapa dekat sekolah menengah ada prasekolah? Sebab kerajaan nak kanak-kanak ni macam selaras lah. I think that is what their goal is. They want to have a pendidikan yang selaras, sebab swasta dia akan sentiasa ada extra curriculum yang diorang mungkin diorang follow Montessori ataupun curriculum yang berbeza, which is akan membuatkan perkembangan kanak-kanak berbeza lah. Jadi bila perkembangan kanak-kanak selaras, which means bila kanak-kanak semua pergi ke prasekolah apa kita panggil kerajaan, jadi maksudnya dia dah boleh estimate ataupun dia boleh anggarkan kemahiran kanak-kanak tu macam mana. Bila datang daripada macam institusi swasta, dia macam berbeza sikit lah dia punya level macam tu. Ya. Selamat meowing. Hi Stran, welcome in. Selamat pagi. But anyways, kita teruskan. Recently, the government allocated 188 million ringgit for early childhood education under the Community Development Department (KEMAS) through the presentation of 2023's budget. Ministry of Finance Malaysia 2022, the intended purpose of this government funding is to raise the number of preschool children in the country who receive quality and ongoing early education regardless of background, race, religion, or place of living. Dulu, nak masuk prasekolah sangat susah sebab prasekolah di Malaysia, dia akan memilih kanak-kanak yang boleh membaca dan menulis. Dia select lah basically. Kalau prasekolah dekat prasekolah kerajaan, dulu select. Tapi sekarang, kurikulum pun dah berubah. Penulisan dan membaca bukan lagi satu aspek yang ditekankan, tapi membina karakter diri tu jadi aspek utama dekat prasekolah. So dekat prasekolah sekarang ni, kalau korang ada yang jenis rajin update lah. Sebab apa? Sebab I faham tak semua orang ada dalam bidang ni. Mungkin korang ada dalam bidang IT ataupun bidang engineering. So korang macam tak ambil tahu apa yang berlaku tentang pendidikan, and that's fine because I pun kebetulan je I dalam bidang pendidikan. Kalau I tak dalam bidang pendidikan, I pun tak tahu. Thing is, sekarang dekat prasekolah, apa tu, macam dululah, this is depends on korang punya area, korang duduk kat mana. Tapi selalunya di bandar, kalau kat prasekolah ni, dia punya fokus adalah macam menulis, membaca, mengira. Tapi sekarang dia dah mula ke arah, apa orang kata, independence. Mengajar kanak-kanak macam mana nak independent. Lepas dah makan, diorang akan, basuh pinggan sendiri, lap, sapu, semua. Itu adalah sebenarnya part of new curriculum. Itu adalah satu kurikulum yang baharu. Dulu benda ni tak ada lah, senang kata. That is not curriculum, tapi itu atas dasar kalau guru dekat dalam kelas tu nak didik anak macam tu. But now it's part of curriculum, which is why kalau tiba-tiba cikgu ada beri arahan untuk anak-anak membersih, itu adalah part of curriculum dan ibu bapa tak boleh kenakan tindakan kepada guru sebab benda tu memang apa yang ada dalam kurikulum. I'm summoned by sejarawan comel. I bukan sejarawan. Oha kira-kira. Hoshi, ohayo. Genki desu ka? Are you doing good today, Hoshi? That sounds great actually. Yeah, right now it's really great sebab sekarang tidak macam like this phrase says lah. Government funding to raise number of preschool children in the country who receive quality and ongoing early education regardless of background, race, religion, or place of living. Dulu susah lah, senang kata, kalau tak semua orang dapat masuk prasekolah. Tapi sekarang lebih terbuka prasekolah, and that's why government also want to do their best to open more preschools in sekolah-sekolah as well. 元気です。ちょっとそっか、眠いか。昨日遅くに寝るの? Did you sleep late last night? Okay, so interestingly, in Malaysia, the early childhood education system is divided in two levels, nursery and preschool. Okay, so nursery, untuk yang mana-mana berminat nak belajar, nursery adalah daripada umur 0 hingga 3 tahun sekarang di Malaysia. Manakala prasekolah pula berumur 4 hingga 5 tahun. Sebab tak lama lagi darjah 6, tak lama lagi 6 tahun akan dikira darjah 1. Dulu, preschool dikira 5 hingga 6 tahun, nursery adalah 0 hingga 4 tahun. Tapi sekarang dah berubah. Also because kanak-kanak sekarang makin celik, like lebih cepat masuk information. Which is why I know some people macam cakap, membebankan lah 6 tahun dah masuk darjah 1. Tapi sekarang kurikulum dah bukan direndahkan lah. Maksudnya kurikulum tu dah diselaraskan dengan kebolehan kanak-kanak. So sebenarnya, this is my own, apa orang kata, ni experience. What is experience? Pengalaman I masa I sekolah rendah adalah darjah 1 memang dah mula start menulis lah. Dah start menulis. Maksudnya kita memang dah pandai menulis dari tadika. And then so cikgu akan mengajar je lah biasanya. Kita akan buat, kita akan buat aktiviti yang menulis apa semua tu. Tapi sekarang ni menulis diajar ketika umur 6 tahun. Maksudnya bila darjah 1 tu baru belajar macam mana nak menulis secara formal. If you get what I mean lah, sebab masa prasekolah dia tak fokus kepada penulisan lagi. Ya, macam dulu masa I 5-6 tahun, spelling. I ingat spelling.
Meow.
Like kena belajar tulis betul-betul. A tak boleh terbalik, ini pun semua tak terbalik. Tapi sekarang kalau ikut kurikulum dulu kita guna KSPK, iaitu kurikulum tahun 2017 punya. Tapi sekarang kita dah berubah. Tahun 2025 kita dah guna kurikulum prasekolah yang berbeza. Kalau ikut kurikulum prasekolah, kalau budak tu dah ada kemahiran menulis, tapi macam contoh kalau A dia terbalik sekalipun, itu dikira ada kemahiran menulis. Sebab dia just nak ada kemahiran basic je. Nanti bila dah masuk sekolah rendah, baru dia akan betulkan penulisan macam tu. Baik Kak, thank you bagi kek, Hackery. Sakura ambil pendidikan juga. Wait, this is a good info. Thank you, Sarah. 4 tahun dah pra. Ya, accent approved, information accurate. Ya, betul. Pernah nangis sebab tak boleh tulis huruf A kecil dulu. Ya, dulu ini sebab tu Sarah cakap ni ikut pengalaman lah. Sebab I tahu orang yang lebih tua daripada I, pengalaman dia berbeza pula. Tapi what I can say lah, mungkin like generasi Gen Z yang awal, iaitu yang daripada 1990 to 2000, early 2000 lah. Kita punya pendidikan tu agak menekan sebenarnya, sebab kita daripada umur 5-6 tahun tu kita dipaksa untuk kita tak berseronok sangat. Sebab sekarang ni kalau ikut kurikulum yang sebab tu ada orang macam petikai kan ikut kurikulum barat kan. Kalau ikut kurikulum barat, kanak-kanak ni belajar melalui bermain. So dia macam cakap, budak-budak ni main je ke? Tapi sebenarnya bermain tu bukannya bermain kosong, tapi bermain yang ada dia punya tujuan. Kalau tengok kat TikTok sekarang, kalau cari-cari mana-mana prasekolah punya macam konten ke, korang boleh nampak yang cikgu-cikgu akan cuba mengajar budak-budak antara 5, 4, 6 tahun. Sebab sekarang prasekolah masih sampai 6 tahun, if I'm not mistaken. Nanti tak lama lagi baru dia tukar 6 tahun jadi darjah 1. So like kalau you see dekat TikTok ni, boleh nampak cikgu-cikgu dia ajar bahasa, tapi dia macam dia ajar huruf, tapi dia akan ajar dengan cara bermain. Maksudnya contohlah kalau ni mengira lah, kalau matematik contoh, matematik dia tak kira 1 tambah 1, 2 waktu tadika, tidak. Tapi dia akan ambil bola, ini 1 bola, ini lagi 1 bola. Jadi bola ni dengan bola ni jadi berapa? Macam tu. Cara mengajar tu dia guna cara tu instead of like 1 tambah 1 on paper. If you get what I mean lah. Speedrun morning journal reading ke? Tak. Sekarang ni tengah explain tentang perubahan pendidikan di Malaysia. 6 tahun saya dah kena paksa speaking. Ya. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Safi. Selamat datang. Selamat pagi. Faham? Dulu memang I ingat lah, memang cikgunya pun garang. Dia macam, you tak siap ni, you tak boleh balik. Tapi sekarang dah tak boleh lah macam tu. Like I said just now, dia yang penting kanak-kanak ni ada basic contoh basic matematik tadi tu lah. Dia kata 1 bola, 1 lagi bola, ada berapa banyak bola, macam tu. Itu dah jadi matematik asas lah, bukan lagi matematik yang 1 tambah 1 gitu. Ataupun dulu I ingat macam apa yang nama benda tu, jalan kerja yang matematik tu, I lupa dah nama dia. Maklumlah dah lama tinggalkan sekolah. I dah lupa dah nama dia, yang kita buat nombor lepas tu kita ada garis tu. Tak apalah, I lupa dah nama dia. But yeah, that is how the education is changing right now. Cikgu tak cikgu bukan tandas awak. Ya, bentuk lazim. That's it. Dulu masa 6 tahun pun dia dah mula ajar rasanya masa tadika lah. Tadika dah ajar bentuk lazim. Tapi sekarang dia dah tak ajar bentuk lazim. Also, if I'm not mistaken, kurikulum pun dah berubah. Memang sekarang matematik dia macam, I tengok dia buat macam butterfly tu. I pun tak faham sebenarnya. Macam, what is this? Like, what are you... tapi itulah dia berubah sekarang. Gotta go, bye-bye, bye-bye. Semoga dimurahkan rezeki. Amin. Dirahmati Allah dan sihat selalu. Amin. Semoga apa yang disemogakan dikembalikan. Ha. Alright. Bentuk zalim. Bukan bentuk zalim. Okeylah, kita sambunglah. Alright, so shortly, STEM is a way of thinking through several subjects, namely science education, mathematics education, engineering activities, and technology activities, based on several practical teaching methods, according to Snyderman 2013. Moreover, the emphasis on STEM education at the preschool, primary, and secondary level through curriculum and extracurricular programs with support from stakeholder is known as STEM, Education Policy and School Curriculum Alternatives in Malaysia. Hari ini belajar tajuk apa? Tajuk kita pada hari ini adalah pendidikan awal sains. Dekat sini, pendidikan awal sains tu kita bukan belajar pasal sains sahaja, tapi kita belajar tentang bagaimana kanak-kanak belajar sains. Alright. Through an accommodating education system, this is done to increase the quality of children who will become future leaders of the country. In addition, according to Moore 2016, why STEM education needs to be promoted to all students because it's encouraged them to design technology and engineering solutions with already existing designs that can be learned from the failure. Besides that, National Research Council 2011 stated that STEM education is important in ECE settings because it provided teachers with opportunities to encourage their students to participate in the activities and programs related to their prior knowledge, interests, and experiences. On the other hand, their ability to solve problems, think critically, and logically, and to cultivate psychology traits like curiosity, creativity, perseverance, teamwork, and communication all depend on receiving a STEM education. Because STEM education offers interesting, realistic learning experiences to children of every stage of development, it is imperative that children be exposed to it from an early age. Quality naik, mental turun. What do you mean? But yeah, hold on. Ada ECI nak ambil. Student STEM, quality naik, mental turun. Oh, mental, you mean like mental health lah. Mental health tak berapa nak baik. Disebabkan STEM, is it? Tapi ini adalah dalam bidang pendidikan awal kanak-kanak, bermaksud untuk kanak-kanak antara 0 hingga 6 tahun, pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. Jadi yang ni dia kurang stres lah. Tapi kalau nak cakap STEM orang dewasa, ya memang stres. Saya tak nafikan, memang belajar STEM ni dia pressure banyak. Okay, sekejap kita ambil isi tadi. Nya, welcome in Operator Kiro. Halo, nyaho. Untuk research, yes. Kalau early tu consider umur sampai berapa? Early childhood education ataupun pendidikan awal kanak-kanak ni adalah kanak-kanak yang baru lahir 0 hingga 6 tahun. itu pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. Sebab sekolah rendah bermula 7 hingga 12 tahun kan. Itu dia dah pendidikan sekolah rendah lah. Ni awal kanak-kanak. Tapi tak lama lagi 6 tahun dah jadi sekolah rendah juga. But it's still considered as awal kanak-kanak sebab sekarang ni if ada sijil pendidikan awal kanak-kanak, dulu cikgu tadika hanya ajar di tadika, tapi sekarang cikgu tadika diperlukan untuk mengajar darjah 1. Sebab realitinya kanak-kanak tu masih 6 tahun. Memang guru pendidikan awal kanak-kanak juga yang kena ajar sebenarnya. Okay. Alright. Let me continue. Alright, so providing children with the chance to participate actively in the classroom will make them even more fascinating. Nonetheless, educators must take a more active role in providing students with engaging and dynamic learning experiences. So, when carrying out STEM activities, the aspect of creativity should be emphasized so that children may understand the topic better and more clearly, according to Amran 2021. Furthermore, to ensure that learning and facilitation process (LFP) become more fascinating, STEM teacher should avoid traditional learning, such as giving many exercise, explanation in chalk, and recopying what the teacher wrote. Okay, inilah the new curriculum basically yang I explain just now. Kalau I explain dalam bahasa Melayu, but basically guru-guru tak digalakkan lagi lah. Bukan tak digalakkan. Should avoid means elakkan. Guru-guru sekarang perlu untuk kanak-kanak lah. Guru-guru untuk pendidikan awal kanak-kanak ni perlu elakkan daripada bagi worksheet. Worksheet, macam kertas latihan, suruh budak-budak tu jawab sahaja soalan dalam paper ataupun hanya guru berdiri di hadapan, bebel, lepas tu expect budak faham gitu, ataupun suruh dia salin balik apa yang cikgu tulis kat depan. Itu dia suruh elakkan sebab sekarang pembelajaran untuk pendidikan awal kanak-kanak ni dia more kepada aktiviti. Jadi dia contohlah kalau hari tu kita belajar pasal timbul tenggelam lah contoh kan. So cikgu tu perlulah bawa satu besen air ke, lepas tu suruh kanak-kanak cuba tengok apa bahan ni kalau diletakkan dalam air timbul atau tenggelam, macam tu. Dia instead of tunjuk dekat dalam paper, sebab seingat I lah masa I tadika dulu kan, cikgu akan tunjuk dekat paper je, dekat dalam buku tu dia tengok, this one timbul ke tenggelam, dia tanya. Pasal kita pun macam I don't know lah, dia maybe macam kalau budak tu kat rumah dah mak dia ataupun ayah dia sangat involved in dia punya macam perkembangan, mungkin dia akan faham lah konsep timbul tenggelam tu. Tapi tak semua budak dapat that exposure, especially dengan dalam era sekarang ni ibu bapa banyak yang sibuk bekerja untuk sara hidup, sebab dengan in this economy, people says in this economy, so which is why instead of dekat tadika cikgu tunjuk sahaja dekat depan macam gambar ni, benda ni akan timbul, benda ni akan tenggelam, dia akan suruh kanak-kanak tu sendiri experience benda tu. Dia suruh budak-budak tu sendiri masukkan barang, tengok, oh timbul ke, tenggelam ke, faham tak kenapa timbul, kenapa tenggelam, sebab ringan, sebab berat, macam tu. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Teacher, kenapa teacher berdiri? I berdiri ke? Kenapa I berdiri? Alamak. Wow, wait, jap. Bongkok pula tu. Dah kenapa ni? Sekejap Dah macam nenek itulah. Risau kadang tengok Sara. I tak perasan pun I jadi berdiri. Kenapa Tapi Sara memang nenek. Seto jangan seto. Kan terbang kan slipper. Adakah
Meow.
Sara nenek si
Right.
bongkok 3 enough, Seto, enough. Kalau I terberdiri ke apa ke cakap lah, I pun tak tahu kenapa jadi macam tu tadi. Kamailah. Taklah, gurau je lah. Takkanlah I nak baling slipper pula. Saja biar Sarah berdiri lama-lama. Tak ada, I tak perasan pun I berdiri. Maklumlah, model ni dia agak susah jugalah I. Oh, wait. Sekejap eh. Agaknya berapa lama lah I tadi berdiri tu. I tak tahu. Tak, selipar mesti terompah yang terbang. Wow. Terompah berat tau, Seto. Kalau kena kepala tu pecah kepala. Terompah berat. Selipar tak apa. Selipar getah. Ringan. Jangan main terompah-terompah. Bahaya. I just finished story quest yang ada grandma. It was satisfying. Oh, Chizuko. Chizuko desho. Ya. Terompah lama tak dengar perkataan tu. We're old, bro. We're old. Slipper Jepun. Peak slipper. Okay, kita sambung. I don't know why, bro. My model. Sekejap. I matikan kamera sekejap. Kau terapung lah. Boomer detector. Mak I cakap terompah pun boomer. Duduklah kat lantai ni, ya. Okey lah ni. Okey tak? Dah okey dah ni. Ada tak macam nenek-nenek dah kan? Okey lah, duduklah kita dekat bersila kat lantai ni, ya. Okey, kita sambung balik. Distraction everywhere. Alright, so kita sambung. Factually, Minister of Education has offered basic guidelines for teachers to be more prepared in planning and implementing STEM activities in the classroom to ensure the instructors acquire a broader notion of how they can improve their teaching in STEM activities. This can be supported by statement Adam and Halim 2019, where Malaysian government has taken the effort to build a more competent and professional workforce in STEM education so that the country can realize its goal of generating 60% of scientific stream students versus 40% of literature stream students. As a result, this approach can be successful if exposure of STEM education begins at an early age and cultivate an enthusiasm for the subject for when they get to higher education. These efforts benefit every stakeholder concerned, particularly children, because according to the implications of a study conducted by Margaret and Cattler 2019, STEM-related activities are the major and genuine key to assessing children's abilities and progress because they do take part in high-quality education, National Science Foundation 2018. As a result, having teachers who are skilled at transmitting STEM knowledge is imperative to fostering STEM competencies and appropriate dispositions in every child. Although there are a few major obstacles in implementing STEM activities, such as mathematics and science, teachers having limited time to carry out STEM activities and a lack of materials to carry out more interesting activities. Rahayu 2018, I agree with her. Thing is, in this economy, again, quote unquote, in this economy, material, nak dapatkan bahan ni agak mahal lah. Tapi itulah sebab tu dia cakap, cikgu kena kreatif. Maka cikgu pun, kalau kat rumah tu ada kotak tisu ke, ada kotak telur ke, bawa lah pergi ke sekolah sebab nak buat sebagai bahan pengajaran. Maksudnya cikgu tu sendirilah yang kena buat instead of like buying materials. kita apa yang terpakai kat rumah tu kita boleh jadikan dia sebagai bahan mengajar in some way depending on tema that minggu lah. Sebab okay, jap, contoh kan, tema pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. Selalunya kalau bulan Januari ni dia more pada macam tentang diri, tentang saya, diri saya, keluarga saya, macam tu. Cikgu sekarang kena fikir luar kotak. Dia, yelah, kita cara pengajaran yang dahulu di mana cikgu berdiri sahaja di hadapan dan memberi information tu dah tak boleh pakai lah. Dan tak sesuai untuk kanak-kanak sebenarnya. Sebab cara pendidikan tu more kepada pendidik macam student university sebenarnya. Orang yang betul-betul nak mendengar dan belajar. Tapi kanak-kanak ni dia kena, cara dia belajar tu kita kena encourage dengan bermain. Jadi contohlah, hari tu dia punya subjek adalah apa? Tentang diri saya ni kan. Tu ada kebersihan diri, ada keselamatan diri, hobi saya, kawan saya. Jadi like teachers somehow need to make materials yang sesuai dengan tema tu untuk dijadikan sebagai bahan pembelajaran. Which is why Rahayu ni tahun 2018 dia kata, although there are a few major obstacles in implementing activities such as mathematics and science, teachers have limited time to carry. Limited time tu satu sebab matematik dan sains dia punya tempoh masa, if I'm not mistaken, only like a few hours sebab dia ada subjek lain yang nak ditekankan. And then lack of materials to carry out more interesting activities. Yelah macam tadi tu lah, sebab in this economy, apa-apa yang cikgu ada kat rumah tu bawa lah. Ohayo, Rin-chan. 今日まだゴールデンウィークなの？それとも最後の日なんですか？ Miao 5. Miao 5. Apa Miao 5? Cikgu, Dayang cakap kita buruk. Kenapa Dayang cakap macam tu? Tak baik tau Dayang. Kita tak boleh cakap orang buruk. Kalau cikgu cakap Dayang buruk, Dayang sedih tak? Gitu. Empathy. Try to teach children empathy. Early education is important. We need more companies focusing on making materials. Actually, materials untuk pendidikan kanak-kanak ni banyak je. Tapi I'll be honest with you, it's expensive. As example, if we check on like Montessori equipment, yeah, dia boleh lah, mahal lah. Agak mahal lah. Jadi, instead of relying beli, sebab itulah cikgu kena create the material sendirilah macam tu. Sebab macam mana nak cakap, tak semestinya kerajaan nak provide all the time. Selalunya memang atas inisiatif cikgu sendirilah. Miss, may I eat? Makanlah, makan. Tak ada siapa nak halang awak makan. Yang penting awak kenyang, awak tak marah-marah, tak apa. In my uni, belajar juga to be creative in making teaching aids. Yeah, we need to make our own. Dia akan suruh guna barang-barang terpakai punya. Dia macam cakap, gunalah botol plastik ke, gunalah kotak-kotak ke. Alah, awak kan cikgu, awak kenalah jadi kreatif. Gitu. They always say the same. Which, I mean, like, that's fair, I guess. That's fair. Banyak je DIY and orang luar buat. Betul? So, which is why memang barang-barang pendidikan ni ada je. Tapi, tengoklah tu, RM146. 40. Yang kat Shopee pun adalah. Adalah yang murah-murah sikit. Okay lah tu. But yeah. Yeah. Like that. Kelas ni baik lah. Bukan macam Ustazah Liana. Siapa Ustazah Liana? Sarah's educational stream. Yeah, welcome back to the educational stream. Maklumlah, I tengah start semester baru. Jadi, adalah stream pendidikan ni. Tapi nanti bila I dah dah mula masuk exam week, I gone dah, bye-bye dulu. So sekali-sekala lah boleh dapat enjoy this kind of stream. Expensive sebab dia ready-made and material dia berkualiti. Agree? I agree with that. Yes. Which is why kalau mampu belilah kan, sebab this is for the for the kebaikan untuk masa depan juga. Sebab kalau kanak-kanak ni otak dia develop bagus, that will impact the future as well, you know. Yeah. Start sem baru, me in study week. Nice. I dah habis exam, which is why I am in new sem right now. Welcome in, Belle. Alright. So this is literature review. Tak payah kot. Tak payah baca kot. Okay, jap. Alright, so related theories and framework to implementation of STEM education in preschool. Benda ni dah berapa banyak kali I belajar, tapi teori-teori pembelajaran, cara untuk belajar. Nedi, hello, things parents should take note. Definitely. Sebab sekarang ni, bukan sekarang lah, sebenarnya dari dulu. Tapi sebab dahulu tak ada awareness, kita cakap kan. Kita tak ada, ibu bapa dahulu tak ada, what do we call, awareness? Kesedaran. Kadang-kadang ni cakap bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris, lupa macam mana satu Kadang-kadang, bukan kadang-kadang, dulu ibu bapa kurang kesedaran. And actually, macam nak cakap, kalau kita faham sejarah jugalah, kita faham kenapa dulu ibu bapa agak kasar ataupun garang. Sebab sebenarnya kalau kita fikirkan lah, for me lah at least kan, dalam 3 ataupun 4 generasi yang lepas, moyang atau atuk kita hidup dalam era perang. Iaitu era yang penuh dengan kesusahan lah. Sebab tu, cara pendidikan mereka berbeza dengan kita. Kita ni hidup dalam era yang kita boleh cakap aman lah. Aman dari segi macam kehidupan. Tapi kalau kita tengok negara lain ada juga yang sedang berperang. But we're talking about Malaysia lah sekarang kan. Kita cakap pasal pendidikan dalam Malaysia. Jadi sebab tu, kita yang hidup sekarang ni, kita kena belajar dan ambil tahulah untuk kita punya like future generation. Morning Teacher Sara, sorry lambat masuk, tak apa. Tadi ada kucing hitam melintas depan saya. Dah jawab belum? Waalaikumsalam. Apa? I ni dah confused. Itu function sejarah. Ya. Sejarah sangat penting. I know, like, I guess dia macam ni tau. From memahami sejarah tu, you ada empati. You boleh menerima, macam nak cakap, macam I lah, this is just for me. I boleh terima lah macam, oh dulu, my parents was raised this way. So I guess, it's not really like, I guess like some people cakap, oh this is like enabling people to be kasar. No, it's understanding is to like make peace, you know. Instead of rasa macam asyik nak menyalahkan orang yang dulu je, we try to understand them. At least that is how I think lah. Not, I know, it's kind of hard. Sebab, yeah. Terima and how things make sense, its context. Yeah. Tak nak hidup dengan aman, nanti aman bully saya. Apa ni Seto? Kacip Seto, kacip. Alright, anyway, itu kita punya bincang-bincang. Now kita masuk balik ke dia punya topik ni. Okay, so John Piaget's theory and stages of cognitive development. The important theory of this research is John Piaget theory. Okay, so let me remind, sebab kita dah banyak bebel-bebel. Apa yang Sarah nak cari sekarang adalah bagaimana kanak-kanak belajar pendidikan sains. So, kanak-kanak ni berumur antara 0 hingga 6 tahun lah dalam lingkungan yang Sarah fokuskan ni. So, John Piaget punya teori ni, teori bagaimana kanak-kanak memahami sesuatu pembelajaran. So the important theory of this research is Jean Piaget's theory. This theory becomes a guideline to elaborate between the importance of the environment in giving meaningful experience to children when they are learning in preschool or preschool about STEM education. One of the most well-known hypotheses on the cognition development of children was put forth by Jean Piaget in the previous century. For children, Piaget postulated 4 phases of cognition development, which is sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. So formal operational ni sebenarnya dalam stage kita ni lah, orang dewasa kita dah boleh, kalau daripada perkataan pun kita dah boleh memahami. Tapi sensory motor, which is bayi, infant, dia akan belajar daripada merasa. Kanak-kanak ni, bayi ni bila dia lahir, dia akan merasa. Dengan tangan dia belajar crawling apa, merangkak kan. Contoh dia merangkak, dia akan belajar daripada dia punya sensory, daripada mata, telinga, dia punya deria rasa tu. Dia belajar nampak tak nampak. Contohlah, this is one thing yang I belajar daripada Piaget punya teori ni. Contoh macam because dia ada campuran pasal psikologi juga, sebab this is cognitive development. Contoh, bayi, walaupun kita rasa dia macam bayi je, dia macam tak faham apa-apa, tapi daripada bayi ni sebenarnya dia ada pembelajaran dari segi sensory motor, which is why sangat-sangat penting untuk kita pastikan bayi tu dalam keadaan selesa tau. Contoh kalau bayi pampers penuh, dia secara sensorinya dia akan rasa tak selesa. Dan bila dia rasa tak selesa, mula dia merengek, dia menangis. Bila dia punya emosi, kalau dia punya emosi tu tak macam mana nak cakap, bila emosi dia dalam sentiasa keadaan tekanan, jadi benda tu akan efek dia sebagai seorang, bila dia membesar jadi orang dewasa. Jadi cara dia handle stress tu tak sihat. Boleh jadi tak sihat sebab dia semasa bayi, otak dia di-wirekan dengan stress. Yeah. Jadi sensory motor tu penting lah. Menjaga, what do you call it? Sekejap Deria. Bahasa Melayu deria. Sensory motor is deria. Pre-operational, ni dah mula, okay wait, I need to check back. Jean Piaget theory. Pre-operational. Okay, so pre-operational is around the age of 2 to 4. 2 to 7, depends. Some says 2 to 7. So, okay, daripada umur 2 hingga 7 tahun ni, dah kanak-kanak dah, kalau perasan memang kanak-kanak dah mula ada yang dah kalau umur 2 tahun ni dah mula ikut kita bercakap. Umur kanak-kanak 2 hingga 7 tahun ni dia sebab tu kita kena ajar kanak-kanak 2 hingga 7 tahun ni empathy, sebab dia agak egocentric, iaitu dia fikirkan tentang diri dia sahaja. Sebab dia belajar daripada pengalaman diri dia, which is why dia agak egocentric. So that's why contoh kalau budak ni dia macam did something wrong, you need to explain to these children why what they do is wrong. Sebab dia tak faham. That is like the pre-operational punya stage lah. Then concrete operational is biasa budak-budak sekolah rendah. Sebab kalau budak-budak sekolah rendah kita tengok level dah, kalau kita ajar dekat depan, dia dah boleh mula memahami konsep. Walaupun kita explain daripada segi macam daripada bercakap je. Contoh kalau kita ajar dia tajuk sains lah, sebab sekarang kita tengah belajar pasal sains kan. Dia pernah nampak dia pernah nampak haiwan, dia dah pernah kenal dah kenal tumbuhan, contohlah. Dari situ kita ajar dia daripada papan pun, macam kita tunjuk pun dia dah mula faham. Tapi kalau untuk yang pre-operational, 2 hingga 6 tahun, dia nak nampak contoh, dia nak kena, apa tu, dia kena experience benda tu. Sebab dia egocentric, dia memahami melalui dia punya pengalaman saja. Jadi kalau kita explain sahaja, tak ada contoh, dia macam, apa benda orang ni cakap? Macam tu. Alright, dah kita sambung. Alright, so nevertheless, many cognitive abilities in infants emerge earlier than predicted by Piaget's hypothesis according to studies. However, the change from one stage to another is supported by several other internal actions. As we know, there are 4 stages of development in the theory of John Piaget. However, the change from one stage to another is supported by several other internal actions. The cognitive ability of children changes qualitatively as they progress from one stage to the next. Piaget emphasized 4 stages of cognitive development, which are sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. Learning had previously been conceptualized primarily in terms of behavioral principles and association processes, whereas cognitive development emerged from the cognition revolution. The revolution in psycholinguistics, and particularly Piaget's work on children's reasoning about a wide range of topics such as space, time, causality, morality, and necessities. According to Buchanan? I don't know. A child's growth in every facet of their development is dependent on their development. Along with their development, the usage of play can have a significant impact on all aspects of a child's development. This can be supported by the statement of Mittler and Ginsberg, which they stated that active play is so important to a child's development that it could be claimed that it should be included in the definition of childhood. Cikgu benci kita, cikgu crush benci kita. Kenapa? Kenapa crush you benci you? Apa yang you telah lakukan? Okay, so one of the answer is bagaimana kanak-kanak belajar sains daripada bermain. Kemudian experience, pengalaman, apa tu, dia mengalami, what do you call it? Dia mengalami satu fenomena lah macam tu contohnya. Macam yang I explain tadi yang timbul tenggelam tu lah. Kalau dia tak nampak objek apa yang timbul, objek apa yang tenggelam, dia tak akan faham. Kita tak bagi dia makanan kita. Iya. Kenapa I berdiri ni? La ilaha illallah. Nyaho itik. The usage of play. Itik, apa khabar itik?
Meow. Roar.
Rar, hai itik. Yo, assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Sarah pakai app apa untuk note? Pakai Padlet. Boleh Google Padlet. Padlet. I see. Okay. Tapi if I'm not mistaken, my question is for 6 years old. So, dia punya focus on concrete operational lah, I think. Okay, jap. Bel pula. Concrete operational. Morning, Sarah. Morning, Syed. I baru perasan. Senyap je kan? I tak buka BGM. Siannya korang. Senyap je. My komen tak naik ke? Alah, you komen apa? Oh, Sarah teacher STEM. Oh, kita bukan teacher STEM. Kita pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. So, bila pendidikan awal kanak-kanak ni semua subjek kita ajar. Bahasa kita ajar. Sains kita ajar. Cumanya semester lepas dah um, subjek tu. So, sekarang ni subjek sains je tinggal. Subjek matematik dengan bahasa dengan seni semua kita dah lepas dah. Ya, sekarang ni tengah fokus untuk subjek sains lah. Begitu. That was fun. This would I face in actual class. Actually, I think honestly lah, for me lah, sebab memang I dah pernah jadi cikgu 2 tahun lepas. For 2 years I've been a teacher. Kalau I tak ada, what do you call it? If I tak ada pengalaman pun, actually I think I tak faham the theory actually. But because I actually experience working tu, jadi I macam, oh, inilah, this is why it's important for you to like learn the theory. Sebab masa tu, kalau sijil SPM sahaja pun dah boleh jadi cikgu dah. Tapi sekarang wajib ada pegang, what do you call it? You need qualifications lah. Sekarang wajib ada qualification. Sekarang tak boleh. Kalau SPM je dah tak boleh dah jadi cikgu tadika. Dia tak cukup. Dulu I dapat permit 2 tahun lah mengajar. Tapi lepas tu macam, kena sambung lah belajar. Morning, Sara Chan. Morning. Nyaho. I see. Nervous pula sebab tak ada experience lagi ni. And I'm taking degree test. Wow! All the best, ya. All the best. It's okay. Don't be nervous. You, macam ni, bila you experience jadi cikgu ni, you have to also learn even more daripada pengalaman mengajar tu. Don't give up. Memang masa awal-awal tu you rasa macam kekoknya. Nak buat macam mana ni? Benda tu akan biasa. And there's nothing wrong with you. You are capable. Cuma you masih belajar. And that's okay. It's alright to learn, okay? Jangan malu-malu. I tahu zaman sekarang ni agak menyeramkan. Sebab nanti kalau kita macam buat salah je, orang macam, wow, you're so incompetent. But no, it's okay. Belajar. Kita sentiasa ingat, kita ni tengah belajar. Teaching's fun. Yeah, teaching is actually fun. You got to see the development tau. Contohlah macam dulu I ajar ngaji juga tau. Sebab memang stadika tu dia mengajar, dia fokus pada kurikulum Islamik. So, daripada budak ni alif bata dah boleh baca macam sepotong ayat. Jadi I macam, wow, you know, I'm so happy to see my student growing, you know, like daripada tak pandai membaca tu boleh membaca macam ni. I macam wow. Faham, thank you Sarah. Yeah, kita belajar. Yes, kita belajar. Ramai minat model baru Sarah. Itulah. But I teaching mid student more than an excellent one. Mid student means like sekolah rendah lah. Sekolah rendah, I feel like it's pretty fun as well. Especially kalau macam yang darjah 1 sampai darjah 3 ke begitu kan. Sebab dia kan macam bila dah, if I'm not mistaken sekarang darjah 4 dah mula exam kan. Dah ada satu exam yang macam, dia macam UPSR tapi bukan UPSR. Bukan, mid student tu yang perform biasa-biasa. Oh, sorry, I salah faham. Mid student. Okay. I thought you're like middle school macam tu. I'm still 19. Still gagap meh baca hiragana. Oh, it's okay. You belajar bahasa Jepun dah berapa tahun?
Right.
Yeah. Still gagap baca hiragana is fine. There's nothing wrong. Keep learning. Don't give up. Betul, sekarang ada exam darjah 4. Yeah. Kecha, ohayo. Good morning, Dayo. How are you? Lagipun bahasa Jepun tu kan bukan bahasa ibunda kita. Jadi sebab tu kita gagap. Kita macam bukan bahasa yang kita biasa. So it's okay. Bahasa Inggeris pun kalau gagap, there's no problem. Teruskan practice bercakap. Like if you ask lah, macam, hey Sarah, how you talk like this you know? The thing is, I don't shut up. You nak belajar tu, you kena berani. You jangan rasa macam, nanti kalau I cakap salah. Kalau kita cakap salah, kita belajarlah daripada kesalahan tu, you know. It's okay to make a mistake. But you also have to learn lah. Janganlah make mistakes je, but don't correct the mistake. Teaching at math to smart one selalu gaduh je sebab diorang ada different solution. Ooh. So basically, the kids are smart. Like, they have their own way of solution. Gagap feels like a kid. That's okay. It's alright. Sekejap I nak cari something tapi I lupa apa. Kuat ke background music tu? Macam, is it mengganggu? They say bonkers thing. Ada background music? Oh, tak dengar. Adalah sikit-sikit. Tak adalah senyap sangat. Okay, jap lari topik. Mana kita dah? Dewey's theory ni I tak kenal sangat. Tapi Piaget theory dengan Vygotsky theory I sangat-sangat familiar. So macam Vygotsky theory ni dia more pada social. Piaget ni dia fokus kepada kognitif lah. Kognitif ni maksudnya kita punya perkembangan otak kita. Tapi kalau Vygotsky ni dia punya fokus adalah social interaction. Maksudnya interaksi kanak-kanak tu, kanak-kanak ni interaksi dengan orang dewasa tu adalah cara dia belajar lah. Orang dewasa akan jadi macam pembimbing untuk kanak-kanak ni belajar. Instead of the adult solving the problem for them, the adult encourage the children to solve the problem. So contohlah, apa maksud Sarah tu? The adult encourage the children to solve the problem. Contohlah, budak tertumpahkan air. Ada orang dewasa dia tak sabar. Dia nak bersihkan sendiri. Dia jangan, you know, macam dia tak benarkan budak tu membersih. Jadi dia yang bersihkan. But in Vygotsky, dia macam, okay, so you tumpahkan air, what you should do now? You need to ask them, encourage them. They need to clean. Okay, so what do you need for cleaning? So kita guide dia lah proses tu. Tapi ada orang dia tak sabar. Dia macam, biarlah aku bersihkan aja, macam tu. Ada yang marah-marah dan paksa budak tu lap guna kain. Jadi untuk Vygotsky ni, you kena encourage. Yes. Yelah, macam ada, I know it's zaman-zaman dulu ada jenis, I tak tahu, mungkin sama sekarang pun ada je. Tapi I know the typical like, you dah terbuat salah tu, lepas tu you kena marah je. And even worse, kalau you like, you know, if they're like physically dia cubit ke kan, ataupun macam whatever, like, you know, hurting physically, that's like not good. I just learned this also. Yeah. Tak apalah, itu semua in the past, you know. Bak kata Elsa dalam Frozen, the past is in the past. Alright, tapi jomlah kita baca Dewey's theory ni. I am not sure about Dewey's theory sebab I tak dulu masa I belajar pasal learning theories ni, I tak banyak belajar pasal Dewey's punya. Tapi tak apa, kita cuba belajar, kita cuba baca. Mungkin hari ni kita punya fokus more pada bagaimana kanak-kanak belajar lah. Esok insya-Allah kita pergi ke konsep of weather tapi dalam skop untuk pendidikan kanak-kanak. Sebab what I need to do is basically focus on tema cuaca untuk kanak-kanak. Maksudnya macam mana kita nak ajar pasal cuaca untuk kanak-kanak lah, sebab cuaca is part of pendidikan sains. So dia macam disuruh kita dig deeper about how to explain the concept of weather to children. So maybe esok lah. Dwi lebih kepada environment yang seronok untuk encourage the continuity. I see. Sekejap So environment lah, basically environment, the environment that is encouraging the children to be curious, to be ada rasa minat untuk belajar. Early childhood education, yes. Okay, kita baca The selection of John Dewey's ideas to empower STEM education at the school level look really important. Absolutely, the way how educator delivers any knowledge is important, but teacher needs to know what the best way to convey it. Teachers need opportunities to continuously develop their professional competencies and learn about recent developments in the subject they teach, as well as new didactic approaches in order to provide high-quality instruction. From John Dewey's educational point of view, in Telebi, the concept of democracy and social reform are frequently discussed. It means that the roles of teacher and student are important for the development process. Dewey makes a compelling case for the value of education not merely as a source of topic information, but also a source of life skills. According to him, the primary goal of education should not be the acquisition of a predetermined set of abilities, but rather the fulfillment of one's full potential and ability to put such skills to good use. He emphasized that preparing him for the future life entails giving him self-controls. It means teaching him in such a way that he will be able to make complete adaptation of his abilities. Sorry, I haven't been joining. I had a job, I guess. Hey, that's okay, AJ. Focus on your life. It's a good thing that you have a life that you can focus on. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't apologize. Alright, so according to John Dewey, 1986, providing students with enjoyable learning experiences motivates them to continue learning, and this motivation matters just as much as knowledge is learned. Enjoyable learning will encourage children to continue learning. While there may be some children who are obviously weak in learning, they will also continue to learn because it makes them feel so excited. Dewey stresses that sensitivity of educationists towards learner's guide and mentor. It is therefore responsibility of the teacher to plan positive and constructive environment for the students, to create positive and constructive environment for the students so as to create positive educative experience for them. Okay, that's a loaded words. I get what you mean, but like kenapa dia punya cara explain to such a roundabout way? Anyways, meaningful learning experience not only give benefits to children and educators, but it will also give an advantage to the education system in creating quality learning starting from the earlier stage. Preschool students, preschool teacher I think, and students need to find out the quality in education, and teachers need to be more creative to create it. Alright, I get it. I get what John Dewey is trying to say. Basically, apa yang dia tekankan adalah memberi pengalaman yang menyeronokkan untuk kanak-kanak ni dalam pembelajaran. So, if I am to put it here, kejap So, enjoyful experience, dia ada berkaitan dengan environment as well. Kalau tak roundabout, tak panjang paragrafnya maybe. If you comprehend what I just read just now, I macam kenapa nak kena ulang-ulang like the same point, but like in a different wording, but also like... But I get it. Nak cukupkan patah perkataan. Can I ask the title of the material you are reading right now? Boleh. Ini sebenarnya student UTM yang tulis. Boleh cari Best Practices in STEM Education for Preschool Children. Yeah. mungkin ada juga yang belajar pendidikan awal kanak-kanak kan perlukan materials untuk tulis paper, boleh cari. Paper ni masih valid sebab tahun 2023. Okay, so this is John Dewey method. Enjoyable learning experience that motivates them, and then constructive environment, plan positive and constructive environment. Okay, boleh lah tu. Later on, this can be a point. Alright, so last but not least on the theory yang dia pilih, orang ni pilih 3 teori. Satu lagi adalah Lev Vygotsky. Alright, so Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory. Next, the third theory that exposed the importance of adults in improving children's development is Vygotsky's social cognitive development. If Piaget explained the importance of 4 stages in If Piaget explained the importance of 4 stages in children development, otherwise Vygotsky explained about the importance of children's thinking zone in affecting of their development. Okay, I tak tahu nak baca nama dia macam mana ni. Topsiu. According to Topsiu and Miftiu 2015, Vygotsky's theory proposes that cognitive development proceeds through 3 main elements, which are culture, language, and social interaction. In addition, Vygotsky theory emphasized the importance of zone of proximal development, ZPD, in children's developments. Vygotsky defined ZPD as the learner's current or actual level of development and the level attainable using meditating semiotic and environmental tools as well as capable adult or peer facilitation. Oh my god, now that I think about it, like why do we use such a complicated words in like higher education? I guess it's because higher education code, so like words are so complicated. Vygotsky focuses on the social side of the child development lah kan. Yes, that's true. So, menurut Vygotsky ni, orang dewasa akan menjadi macam mana, interaksi sosial antara kanak-kanak dan orang dewasa ni adalah cara kanak-kanak belajar lah. Basically, that's what his point is. And also, berkaitan dengan culture dan language, iaitu bahasa dengan kita punya budaya. So, macam mungkin kat Malaysia kita ada budaya yang berbeza-beza. Jadi daripada situ pun kita akan belajar dengan macam mana nak cakap, perkembangan kita akan jadi berbeza lah. Perkembangan kita orang yang kat Malaysia dengan orang yang duduk dekat Amerika, dia akan berbeza sebab kita ada different principles, different values. Yeah. Sara live mana gamer Sara? Ini kan Sara Nyan, bukan SARAWRNYAN. No. Kalau yang ROR tu dia game je. Dia tak pandai belajar. Dia pandai main game je. But yeah, now we're focusing on study, okay? Nak main petang-petang nantilah. Pagi-pagi ni kita masukkan, kita penuhkan otak kita dengan study. Roll the R, SARAR. Alright, so in STEM education context, how Vygotsky theory works is teachers needs to facilitate the children regarding to acquire information deeply. So again, facilitate the children regarding the acquire information. Orang dewasa ni kena jadi facilitator, facey. There are many beneficial ways to ensure that children can expand knowledge in understanding any topics or activities. Instead of remaining in the classroom, students are encouraged to participate in class discussions. The teacher employs a variety of learning resources, not just printed materials, and assesses students using a variety of appropriate method. Honestly, back in like bila kita pakai KSPK, iaitu kurikulum tahun 2017 dulu, memang fokus pada printed materials. Cikgu kena buat paper like worksheet. Then bila kita nak buat assessment, kita akan like tanda lah, oh okay, dia faham, dia menguasai like masa kita tanda paper tu lah, dari situ kita akan menilai dia. But yeah, sekarang kurikulum dah berubah. So penilaian dia pun bukan hanya daripada menanda paper. Kita kena betul-betul tengok waktu kelas dia boleh menguasai tak satu pelajaran tu daripada dia punya response. So bila kanak-kanak tu dia ada hard time to response, maksudnya dia belum menguasai lagi lah apa yang kita ajar dalam kelas. Dulu cara nak tengok budak ni menguasai atau tak adalah kita tengok kat paper dia menguasai. Tapi sebenarnya kadang-kadang budak-budak ni dia copy dia punya kawan. Dia tengok kawan dia bulat, yang ni dia pun ikut bulat. Jadi dari situ dia macam kita tak dapat nak assess atau kita tak dapat nilai dengan secara accurate. At least this is how I see lah. Sebab kadang-kadang budak-budak ni kan, dia macam dia tak pay attention, which is fine, I get it. Sebab attention is hard nowadays. Having a good attention is hard. Good attention span. Bila kita explain kat depan, okay, this and then like bila kita suruh dia buat, dia macam tengok orang lain. Jadi itu yang jadi macam penilaiannya tak 100% lah. That's why bila macam oh my god, dulu ada exam. Now kindergarten dah tak boleh exams dah. Anyways, attention span less than 10 second. As uni student pun susah untuk kita pay attention. sorry. Alright, so anyways, apa tadi kita buat? John Dewey. Which is why the way I study sekarang ni kan, cara I tengah buat I punya study ni sambil I membaca, which is I sambil belajar, I sambil tu juga I membebel. Sebab for like the best way to learn is to teach. Actually, I don't know, this is at least like how I learn so far. I can learn like this. I know not all people boleh belajar cara I, sebab some people they need like quiet spaces and betul-betul memahami. But yeah, somehow I can learn like this lah. Also because to be fair, I did have like understanding context asal daripada awal, so it's not hard for me to grasp what I'm reading. Kalau I pun macam kosong and tak pernah belajar pasal topik ni pun, I akan macam fokus more pada membaca daripada bebel. Anyways, alright, so learning and facilitation process. LFP is a dynamic and critical process that allows a child to master of all things covered in school. As a result, the implementation of LFP in the classroom must be done in a variety of ways in order to pique students' interest and keep them focused on the teacher's instruction. If seen in this context, the researchers will provide opportunities for teachers to use their creativity in implementing STEM activities with children. Although the term LFP itself brings the meaning of teacher as a facilitator, the researchers will look at the extent to which the teacher becomes a facilitator for the children when implementing the STEM activities that have been planned. This is important to ensure that teachers who teach children can apply 21st century education, which allocates the teacher as a person who facilitates teaching and learning activities inside or outside of classroom. Does early childhood student have classes on topic like teaching children with disabilities? Ada. Yes, ada. Tapi andai kata cikgu tu dia sangat-sangat berminat daripada segi children with disabilities, at least this is how it works for like the courses in OUM. Cikgu boleh majoring in teaching with disabilities. Basically, kalau cikgu tu berminat untuk belajar lebih tentang children with disabilities, dia boleh ambil course tu as their major. But I take psychology as my major. Sebab I lebih minat pada perkembangan otak ni, macam perkembangan minda kanak-kanak and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, more intriguing is a study conducted by macam mana nak sebut ni? Anggarayani. And information for the students impacts the necessity to change their role from a detector to a facilitator. Oh my god. From a detector to facilitator. Sebab secara tradisionalnya, like I think dulu memang cikgu ni kita nampak dia sebagai orang yang mengarah je. Dia macam suruh buat tu, suruh buat ni, which is what they like quote unquote put as detector. So sekarang dia nak fokuskan cikgu-cikgu ni dari not just mengarah budak untuk buat sesuatu, tapi facilitate them, bimbing mereka untuk buat sesuatu instead of menyuruh mereka. If seen in teaching class itself, teachers who do not know the best teaching practices will cause children to lack focus, lack interest, and be lazy to learn. Therefore, to ensure that LFP may be applied in an equitable and balanced manner between teachers, students, and materials, the best pedagogic and teaching practices must utilize a variety of strategies, methods, techniques, approaches, and be supported by the use of the latest resources. Teachers need to be aware of appropriate actions to ensure that the learning environment becomes more relevant to today's children. Betul lah, sebab sekarang pun like the Gen Alpha, Gen also like sekarang yang lahir adalah Gen Beta lah. Tapi Gen Alpha adalah kanak-kanak yang sekarang mula berada di sekolah. Cara belajar mereka sangat-sangat berbeza dan cara untuk tarik perhatian mereka adalah cara yang berbeza. Sebab dekat rumah, diorang dipenuhi dengan depends lah. I don't know because it depends on the parents. There are parents yang I tahu diorang akan cuba elakkan anak-anak daripada penggunaan iPad and stuff like this. But I think majority of the parents I see will definitely allow their children to use any sort of electronic device, and there is nothing wrong with like using electronic device. Actually, in fact, it's a part of the curriculum. Sekarang dalam curriculum pun memang kita ada cara untuk guna certain peranti, guna like the what do we call it, electronic devices. Sebab nak tak nak, this is how they need to learn. Macam mana? Sebab benda ni memang dah sebati dalam kehidupan harian. Kita tak boleh elakkan dia guna like laptop, iPad forever, because realitinya nanti bila dia dah jadi orang dewasa, dia perlu pakai juga apa yang kita pakai sekarang ni. That's why I also notice there are some people yang contoh dia tak pandai pakai Excel, tak pandai pakai PowerPoint. This is because like mungkin ibu bapa dia masa tu tak mampu nak provide komputer, tak mampu nak provide laptop. So yang paling-paling pun mungkin phone lah. Tapi sekarang ni I think like most household definitely ada some sort of penggunaan electric punya device for sure. Betul, kadang-kadang bukan iPad tapi kad Pokemon pun boleh jadi. Kad Pokemon. But yeah, realitinya memang kanak-kanak sekarang tak boleh lari daripada penggunaan macam electric devices. So teachers need to be aware of appropriate actions to ensure that the learning environment becomes more relevant to today's children. Here, the teacher's role in improving higher quality teaching needs to be implemented through STEM activities that are appropriate for their age level. Alamak, Shina. Kita bukan teacher matematik. Kita tak tahu nak cari Y tu equals Y. Nanti mesti soalan dia cakap find X and Y. Find the value. I don't know. Unfortunately, I am not that smart. Anyways, hi Shina. Selamat pagi. Apa khabar Shina? So the fundamental or foundation of attention span can vary. I love you, Hikari. Fundamental and foundation. Baik, Alhamdulillah. Ya, it depends because semua orang dibesarkan dengan cara yang berbeza. You know? Semua orang household dia mesti ada cara berbeza. Mungkin there is a people, tak tahulah. I'm not sure because like so far like the past 2 years I pernah mengajar adalah ibu bapa kebanyakannya kinda did not control their children's punya electronic devices punya usage, which is because masa I kerja tu it's post COVID, betul-betul habis COVID lah, baru lepas dah habis lockdown and everything. Jadi adalah sekali ni I ingat tak student I ni, dia kata, teacher saya mengantuk. Tanya dia, okay tidur pukul berapa? Saya tidur pukul 3. Awak buat apa tidur pukul 3? Saya main iPad. Like not all parents are monitoring, tapi I think like nowadays more parents are becoming more more educated, more aware betapa pentingnya untuk what do we call it, pantau anak-anak ni dalam penggunaan diorang punya phones or what's not. So I think there will be changes untuk generasi-generasi yang akan datang. We don't know how, like this is up to how the parents raise them basically. Tengah study Faiz. Anak buah aku tak suka phone, dia lebih memilih daun. That is a good thing. That's a good thing. Do you think it's possible to teach the new generation without any devices at all? Actually, it's possible. But depending on their environment actually. Dia macam ni tau. Dalam environment kat rumah dia, confirm mak ayah guna phone. Sebab contoh kerja. Kan, contoh ni disebabkan kerja. Dekat rumah confirm ada peralatan elektrik yang macam phone, laptop ataupun TV kan. So, kalau kat rumah dia langsung tak ada, maka di situ it's possible. You get what I mean? Dia jadi possible sebab environment tu tak ada that devices. Tapi bila dia keluar daripada rumah, orang lain semua pakai device. Jadi dia akan ketinggalan. You understand why devices is still important? But there's limitation lah. Sebab kalau orang lain tahu nak pakai macam mana, and even now macam nak beli barang pun you need to use QR kan. Ada orang I ingat lah, my mom tell me a story of like someone keluar daripada penjara and like they were sentenced for like few macam 20 years like that kan. So waktu dia masuk penjara, masa tu tak ada QR, tak ada guna phone untuk bayar. Tapi bila dia dah keluar, tiba-tiba orang dah tak guna cash sahaja. Jadi dia kat situ dia macam how? You get what I mean? Dia akan ketinggalan macam tu. Senang cerita, ibu bapa at least mesti main peranan untuk limitkan penggunaan devices untuk elak kemarut. This is true. So so the thing is, the children, if you have routine, dia tak akan jadi merengek. Kalau you ada buat rutin untuk kanak-kanak ni, you buat rutin untuk kanak-kanak ni, macam kita lah dulu kan, TV kita mesti ada waktu dia. Contoh macam pukul 5, macam I tak ada Astro lah zaman dulu. Waktu I membesar, my parents tak beli Astro. So pukul 5 I tengok SpongeBob. Pukul 5 I tengok SpongeBob. And I tahu lepas habis SpongeBob, I kena pergi mandi sebab lepas tu nak pergi mengaji. So like I have a routine. I takkan rasa macam nak merengek ke apa ke, sebab I tahu I ada kelas lepas tu kan. Bukan kelas lah, I nak kena pergi mengaji. Like I have an expectation of how my daily life will go. I dah tahu routine I. Jadi I takkan rasa nak mengaruk lah macam tu. The thing is nowadays, bila tak ada limitation, anak itulah orang kena faham apakah limitation tu sebenarnya. Limitation tu maksudnya kita buat rutin untuk dia. Kalau kita biarkan dia boleh pakai phone bila-bila, jadi sebab tu dia akan jadi macam tiba-tiba dia akan jadi marah bila kita ambil phone tu dari dia. Tiba-tiba tak ada phone. Dia macam, apa tu, what should I do? What should I do? Like that. Dia macam jam. dia tak, it's so, apa orang kata, not familiar. Dia tak familiar dengan kehilangan peranti. Gitulah. But yeah, basically the routine tu sangat-sangat penting. Kalau dia dah ada routine, okay je sebenarnya. Yeah. Bukannya macam apa tu, it's not impossible at all. It's not impossible at all to balance. Everything needs balance lah. As long as it's balanced, insya-Allah benda tu dia tak jadi mudarat. Bila ada kehilangan tu kena ambil masa untuk adjust, tapi tak mustahil. Yeah, that's true. Alright, so anyways, kita teruskan. Have we read this? Application of the best practices. Okay. Expert for the country's STEM field of the future must be polished beginning in elementary school. The Malaysian government, particularly the Minister of Education, must take the lead in implementing entertaining high-quality and high-impact learning as a counterclaim against the challenges of the industrial revolution. How do you say this? Revolution. Revolution. I don't know why. Revolution. Hello, Sarah. What's wrong with you? Industrial revolution. Anyways, through the Sustainable Development Goals, specifically in Goal 4.0, which is education quality allocated, it is promoting and fostering scholarly progress in order to achieve sustainable growth according to SAINI 2022. Itulah, maklumlah, kita ni orang Melayu, jadi kadang-kadang belik-belik juga cakap bahasa Inggeris. I know I don't know, like sometimes people like, oh, you're so fluent in English. No. I slip up a lot actually. Nak cakap revolution pun macam bleh. Alright, so this indicates that Minister of Education must undertake initiatives that will encourage children's academic growth. For instance, integrating STEM activities into the current curriculum needs to be monitored day by day to ensure that children are learning more thorough information when they begin their studies at an early childhood education center at the same time. Panjang betul. In order to improve the caliber of future teachers and students, it is necessary to investigate the Minister of Education's role in enhancing STEM activities. Kalau nak guna sangat phone, pastikan dalam waktu rutin, macam 30 hingga 60 minit. Yeah. It's okay, yeah. Alright, so moving on, the best practice of STEM teaching can not only produce productive teachers, but it can be used as a benchmark through the guidelines provided in this study. This is because teachers in Malaysia nowadays are seen less prepared to implement STEM activities. As a source of inspiration for early childhood education teachers, the study will reveal to their classrooms, it must begin with the teachers themselves. From now on, careful starting efforts and preparation must be made in order to increase the quality of education used throughout time. The teacher's role now is to look at the culture of STEM education in the classroom and resolve issues that arise through the implementation of best practices from the guidelines of this study. Last but not least, the best practices of STEM education will also be an encouragement to children to learn, and indirectly, their learning performance will increase. This can be supported by a study that has been carried out by Nagak and Kalaiti. Ni nak sebut macam mana ni? When they found that students' perspective revealed that STEM education boosted their involvement in the course, that STEM education made courses more fun, and that using this education in classrooms would be beneficial for student learning. This means that the children themselves prefer to carry out STEM learning in a more cheerful way compared to the old-styled ways such as use of pencil books or chalk and talk sessions. This means that the children themselves prefer to carry out STEM learning in a more cheerful way compared to the old... berapa kali dah? Dia double tulis. I get it though, sebab dia nak cukupkan patah perkataan, but man... minum air. Okay, I'm gonna I will be ending the stream soon. I'll just read the results. InsyaAllah lepas tu I dah boleh habis dah. Sebab the result is basically like the conclusion lah. Macam apakah cara yang terbaik untuk belajar sains bagi kanak-kanak. Alright, so what are the best practices? Oh, ni early mathematics. Early mathematics. Mathematics. Okay, ni mathematics activity. Kenapa dia tak ada yang science lah? I mean, STEM is. You know what? I can just read it as well. Kinda can make it related. Alright, so based on interviews, observations, and document analysis conducted, researchers have found that study participants express the importance of... wait, what is the ES1? SP... Oh, sorry. ES1 is collaborative learning. I panic for no reason. Learning through play and experimental learning. Okay, so collaborative learning, learning through play and experimental learning is one of the way that they found is the best practices to teach STEM. Collaborative learning. Okay, we're gonna elaborate what that is. Learning through play. Am I standing up again? Okay, no, I'm not. Experimental learning. For the theme of collaborative learning, there is one way that teacher can create collaborative activities for children, which is by implementing project-based activities. Okay, project-based activities is like Emilia Reggio punya method. Project-based activities, which is actually sekarang dah mula start implement dekat Malaysia. Cara pembelajaran ni. So, ya, dulu tak macam ni lah. I mean, dulu ada lah dia macam kind of encourage, but now this is like the whole part of curriculum itself. Project-based activities. Okay, so most of the study participants have shared their experience as STEM teachers, where both practices have provided meaningful experience for children to learn. This can be proved based on their interviews below. We did dividing to 3 habitats of animals ocean life, farm life. Kenapa dia letak juga tu? We did dividing 3 habitats of animals: ocean life, farm life, jungle life. So children do it based on what we have to divide it. Means that I will give and we will change. For example, at one table, children will do activity regarding ocean animals. Okay, will do it themselves and we will give them learning tools and they will do it themselves. In that time, they will know what kind of things in the ocean. Okay, I get it. I get what they're trying to say. Tapi kan, oh my god, look at that. We did dividing to 3 habitats: animals, ocean life, farm, jungle life. Tak perlu kot. It's so funny. Oh my god. Very, very like authentic. Betul-betul dia tulis balik apa orang tu cakap. Kind of funny. Watching, singing, or doing project. Through the project approach, children can do activity together. For example, they will get what they do. What am I reading, guys? For example, they will get what they do. What am I reading? This is so funny. This is interview, so I kind of get it. Like, they're trying to put what the person that they interviewed to cakap, but like, what am I reading here? For example, they will get what they do. Anyways, in addition, for the practice of learning through play, study participants also agreed that such activities can improve children development and confidence to perform STEM activities. There are 2 types of activities in this practice that can be done by teachers, namely using learning and teaching aids. Okay. And the usage of teaching and learning aids following the interests of children. This can be proven by 2 sub-activities implemented by study participant as below. Teachers enhances the interest of children to understand the animal life by showing off the animal's toys. Teacher gives opportunity to children to use animal toys during exploring the animal life. Okay. And last but not least, the best practice that can be done while implementing STEM activities is by way of exposing experimental learning to children. Based on the views of the teachers in the interview session, he said that exploration encouragement was one of the most important efforts to expose the world of science to children. Exploration of encouragement. So this is exploring experimental learning lah. Yeah, pusing. It go back to like the basic stuff we talked about earlier. So yeah, I think pretty much I get it already. Most of study participants thought that 3 important practices that could be implemented to children are learning through play, entertainment influence in teaching, and themed learning. Oh, pembelajaran bertema, which happen to be what I am also doing actually. So konsep pula, tema untuk like my study ni dia pilih cuaca, macam mana nak ajar cuaca kepada kanak-kanak. The majority of research participants recounted their experience as STEM teachers, describing how these practices have helped children learn in meaningful ways. During the observation session, study participant 3 showed that there are 2 efforts that can be made by an early childhood education teacher to make children play and learn greatly by exposing to children about the usage of teaching and learning aids. Okay. Learning aids. First thing first, children can be exposed to play with the dough while counting. Lari gimana, Sarah? Itulah, I tak tahu kenapa dia kadang-kadang macam tak reti duduk diam, Sarah ni. Good morning teacher, what are we learning today? Hari ni kita belajar tentang bagaimana kanak-kanak belajar subjek sains. So kanak-kanak ni berumur antara 0 hingga 6 tahun lah. Fokus dia. Fokusnya pada umur kanak-kanak macam tu. Already Makcik Sarah, shut up guys, shut up. Okay. And secondly, study participant 3 invited all her students to participate in games-based activity on the laptop. Next, the second practice that has been successfully recorded is entertainment influence in teaching. In the view of majority of study participants, they believe children should be introduced to element of singing in their learning sessions. As proof, based on the interview session, teachers argued that STEM activities through mathematics subjects would be more fun if teachers could sing with children. This can be proven through the statements below. If it's mathematics, for the most part, first I'll sing. Give a song or a number or like an addition. First we introduce that learning, I will make a song first. Because of these children, they are happy to understand 2 songs. If we continue to teach them like putting numbers, children will not able to. What I do is give a song, we make it ourselves. We have a lot, we make a song. And then we ask what the number is. Or any kind of shape, all sorts of things. Sangat bersepah, but okay. In addition, the researchers found that theme learning practices are also able to improve children's cognitive skills while doing STEM activities, especially for early mathematics activities. This can be proven through the analysis document that successfully recorded as below. Children can approach children to arrange objects based on the size, small to big, through PowerPoint, softwares, games. Teacher can guide children to count objects through PowerPoint, softwares, games. Teacher gives children the opportunity to match groups of objects with numbers by using real fruits. Teacher gives opportunity to children to count numbers in tens in ascending and descending order by using the real fruits. Okay. Computer-based learning and the second one is interactive visual. There are 2 appropriate ways to encourage children to connect and communicate with digital literacy, and it consists of the usage of hardware and the usage of software. Kalau, I don't know, you guys know, a smart board. Some school, kalau dia kaya lah, some school, they can use smart boards. So using smart boards like this, it's like interactive lah for the children. So like they can touch the screen and make things move around like this. So that is like one method yang la ilaha illallah, dia berdiri lagi. Kak, duduk kak. Akak ni pergi mana kak? Duduk diam-diam Sarah. Kenapa ni berjalan sana sini? Dah duduk situ diam-diam. Okay, now it's the 21st century. That's why we use video. That's one of the tools right now. It is usually a video or we implement riddles on computer. Like me, myself, I made a PowerPoint. I explain the examples we have. Sometimes we can explain following the book. For example, we want to teach about animals. Let's explain examples of animals in the sea. We explain what it is. We explain it to them. Like the picture will come out. We will explain to them. Like banyaknya like macam ni. Wow, beautiful. Before this, it was just like a book. We use other things such as computers. They are happy. They're new things they will get. Alright. To support this statement, study participant 2 had implemented 2 sub-activities related to the usage of hardware based on computer-based learning, which is she created a simple game on PowerPoint slides. Then she asked the children to move mouse within or without her guidance while completing the task. Okay, I think I get it overall. Alright. This is enough actually. Alright. There's a lot we got today. Actually, this is more than what I need actually. I only need like 4 only, tapi I dapat 6. So I can like choose from what I get here, I think. Hari ni belajar apa? Dah nak habis dah. Tapi terima kasih kerana bertanya. Hari ni tajuk kita pendidikan awal sains. La ilaha illallah, berdiri lagi akak ni akak. Duduk kak. Awak kenapa Sarah? Tak apalah. Dia tidur tu cikgu. Inilah cikgunya masalahnya. Jap. Okay lah. I pun dah dapat all what I need. I think I will be ending here first for today. Nanti esok kita sambung balik kepada konsep cuaca. Jap. Oh. Berdiri pun tak atas bumi yang nyata, Sarah. Ya Allah, Sarah. Benda tu, itulah dia macam ini 3D software. Meow Ning, good morning, ohayo. Tapi kita dah nak habis dah. Kita dah belajar hari ni macam mana cara untuk mengajar pendidikan sains untuk kanak-kanak dari umur 0 hingga 6 tahun. Yeah. Sweet learning and beautiful girl. Aww, thank you. Thank you for joining even apa tu baru join. But yeah, I think I need to end here for today. Thank you so much for joining everybody. Yang mana yang stay dengar I bebel-bebel. I hope you guys got something out of what I bebel. And I hope you also actually enjoy it other than like, you know. Harapnya apa yang kita belajar hari ni seronok lah. Lambat tak apa. Esok insya-Allah ada lagi. Alah dah habis kelas, iyalah. Dah tengok tu dah berapa jam dah? 2 jam. Korang tahan ke belajar 2 jam? Tak boring ke korang dengar Sara ni membebel aja? Kan boring kan nak cakap. Hai Sara ni, bila nak habis kelas ni? Dah lapar. Dah pukul 10 sebenarnya ayah lapar. But okay, bye Otsunyan. Thank you for joining everybody. Bye bye Otsunyan. Take care, okay? Take care.